there's a -2 attack mods, and the -1 damage came from trying to dig up the hole. But I'm just curious if the -2 is associated with.
I think the -2 is associated with the size of the weapon,
Okay.
because a large
Yeah.
bastard sword is technically not in your size class. It's supposed to be used for creatures with the large size category. But because you can technically wield it with 2 hands, it lets you, sort of.
That works for me.
Yeah.
I think it's a barbarian archetype, actually.
I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure. These are all the Pathfinder Society characters that I've kind of half-assedly converted over. Some of them make clear where they're getting their bonuses, some don't, so I just went with the numbers and cases. And sometimes I had to fudge things a little bit to make those numbers match.
And that -2 could also just be, I think it might be -4, but it could be the exotic weapon, because Bastard Sword you have to have a feat for. So it could be that.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Just
I
curious.
don't think so. Because you can wield it two-handed as a martial weapon.
But one-handed, you need the feat.
So hello out there
Are
in
you wielding it
YouTube land.
one-handed or two-handed?
Welcome back to the Color Animal Inn. This is episode 18, part 3. And our players are trying to deal with a roiling puddle of something. And discussing esoteric rules, answers, and questions. So when we left, you notice Mike had to leave us. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning where he is. It's only 9:30 here where I am, so I'm going to keep playing. When we left it was Tarkin's turn.
Right.
And I got cheese to snack on. Sharp, extra sharp cheddar. I love this stuff.
So good. I am a
nice.
cheese fanatic. It's a problem.
I also got some pepper jacks. Not very spicy, but what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had some Gouda. I would go really Gouda right now.
Tarkin's actually gonna check out this cavern over here.
Cool.
He's gotten a little bored with the puddle.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, wait a second here. Tarkin, who are you? You're Topek? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Yes,
go.
I am. Yeah, I've got the color matches if it helps any.
Yep. That's why I make the color match. I actually insist on that. Every game, don't I, Brandon?
You did last
Yep.
time.
That's the thing.
So, there you go. If you can make that match, feel free to do so.
Okay, let me zoom out. Okay. Yeah. Let me get that to match. Close enough?
Yes, indeed. That is a match. You have placed it. And how about a perception?
Okay.
Got it. Let's see. Whisper has been sent. You've taken part of a move so far, and you have the rest of your move and your standard as you wish.
Okay. Believe I moved 15 feet the first time, didn't I?
Roughly.
Okay. We'll move the rest of the 5 feet. And I'm going to cast... I have some sort of light magic. Let me get my spell section. I think it's the dancing lights like he did earlier. Yes, dancing lights. Just so that I can see into the cavern. I'm going to just send it into the cavern. Do I
Nope,
need to do
take
anything?
a new one.
Okay.
There's a new one right next to you.
Yes, I see it. He's just gonna cast it and he's gonna send it just around the corner there so that he can. And would he see anything more, or just as it?
Nope. Now, normally during a game, I would like to have dynamic lighting set up so you can actually see what you see. In a game like this, there's no real way to do it easily.
Yeah.
So just kind of take the measuring tool and draw a line of sight to see what, like, you can't see past this, so you can see pretty much anything up here. But anything beyond that point is just darkness, or you can see it's obviously lit, you just can't see it.
Yeah. And he would try. He would probably want to send it about to the end of his vision. So, more like what he would want would be more like. Let's see here.
Cool.
Yeah, that worked.
Cool. So the aforementioned noises suddenly get a lot more frantic for just a moment, and then they stop entirely.
Okay.
It is now Bill's turn.
Bill is going to make a perception with his detect magic to see if he can see that thing he saw earlier in the water.
What thing in particular are you talking about?
He saw one magic item inside of that water.
Every time you look, you see other magic items and other bits of magic floating around in there, but you're looking for one in particular, and you keep thinking.
Oh, there's more than one.
There are many magical items floating around in here, but you're looking for the one you saw first.
Oh, well, shit.
And every
Okay.
time you think you've picked it out, or at least what you think it is, it seems to dip behind something else. And all these things are just sort of roiling and floating around in here.
Well, I'm going to mage hand my iron pot into the water to see if I can fish something out with it.
Cool.
And I would also like to make a spellcraft check just to see if I can make sense of what the hell is going on.
Alrighty. So what you're going to do first?
Spellcraft. Because I just rolled it.
Oh, gotcha. Very good. Well, first off, it's pretty safe to say that you've never seen anything like this before.
I assumed as much.
But you do get a sense that this is some sort of almost a sentient portal between dimensions.
Like a broken handy haversack, but not.
Yeah, it looks like someone might have dropped one in here, or like was building one, and the spell went badly wrong, of wild magic surge or something. It's down at the bottom of this deep pit, and they thought they could like get rid of it by throwing it down a well.
Okay.
It's down at the bottom of here, just spewing stuff out from all kinds of alternate dimensions.
Okay, so that seems safe enough to stick an iron pot that I'm not touching into. So I'm going to dip the pot in and see what I can scoop out.
Let me get a will save from you.
Okay. That was pretty average.
The iron pot, as soon as it hits, suddenly just becomes 50 times as heavy as it was. And you can feel the pool trying to drag it out of your mage hand. But you have time to kind of drop it or even fight if you want. But you get the feeling you're about to lose this pot.
I'll lose it because I'm not particularly strong. So I'll just drop it and be like, well, I've thrown 2 things in. So logic, maybe I'll get 2 things back out. Who knows?
Who knows?
And I'll just, I guess I'll just stick my hand in.
Cool. Yeah, so the pot touches the water and just gets ripped out of your mage hand. So you step over and you reach your hand into the water.
Just like, this seems safe.
Surprisingly, it is. It's cool and soothing. And after a moment or two,
Ooh.
you feel something slide into your palm.
Lovely.
Roll a d6, please. Roll a D63, please.
Yes. Consistently high. Yes.
Hang on a second, please.
You find your pot.
Oh, my logical thought was just like, yep, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do now.
Oh man, I'm trying to find the right one here. I like this. Something wooden touches your hand. It feels like the handle to something. Are you going to grasp it and try to pull it out?
I'm going to gently caress it, and I'm going to gracefully lift it out of the water.
Cool. As you do, you start pulling, and the first thing you think is maybe it's a spear.
Okay.
And you start pulling this wooden handle out, and there's like things attached to it. And you start wondering, well, maybe it's 2 spears.
Well, I threw 2 items in, so maybe. I don't know.
Then there's a third one, a third piece of wood attached to it. Maybe
I think I know what this is.
if you guess right, I'll give you a second item. What do you think it is?
Is it by any chance one of those staves that breaks up into multiple pieces and you can whip around?
No, that would be cool. That's not what it is.
Okay.
It is, in
Is
fact,
that a folding ladder?
it is a huge, empty wooden weapon rack.
Huh. Well,
Perfect.
I
You
don't think
estimate?
I'd be strong enough to lift that out, actually.
In fact, you'd barely be strong enough to move it,
Yeah, I have
much
9
less
strength.
carry it around. Yeah.
I have 9 strength. I'd have to ask for help, I think.
Yep.
I mean,
So there, clank, clank, drops out of the pool and onto the thing, and that's your prize. Thorley, it's your turn.
well, Torley does not care about a weapon whack. That seem, I mean, I have no idea if that's going to sell very well, but it's not something that I want to whack out when there's a lot of gold to be had.
There are
Um,
gold pieces. You do see gold pieces floating around in this pool.
Mm. So I would like to use one of my spells, which is also Mage Hand. However, that is my haunted Mage Hand. So how would I go about doing that?
What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, well, I will just mumble.
If you want to
And I
like
will
whisper.
simply say, well, in the, well, what I am trying to say, but maybe only the undead can hear me, maybe they can't. I would be saying, YouTube, can you not please help me get something fancy out of there? And yeah, I hope that my two small friends will help me
Okay.
get something.
So you're going to reach in with your mage hand and your friends and try to pull something out.
Yes, it is them who is reaching it for me and then bringing it to my hand.
You got it. So to everybody else, you just seem to sit there and mutter, and then all of a sudden something flies out of this or comes rising out of the bubbling mass. And this item is a... Roll me a d6, please. Roll me a different d6, please. Unless you want money. If you just want cash, that's what you're going to get. That's a little better. Roll me a D36, please. $36. Not 40, 30. Close.
Oh, whoops.
Get the same thing. There we go. So, to your magic eye, since you're the one who casts it, you can see the hand. You see the hand rising up out of the water. And to everybody else, they just see what's in the hand's palm, which at first it looks like a little rock, and it's glistening in the lights. But as it gets closer, it starts bringing it back to you. You see what looks like an opal. A shiny gem, multicolored gem in the palm of your mage hand. And it reaches out to hand it to you.
I will take it and put it in my pocket,
Cool.
where it will most likely disappear. I think that should be my move action. I'm pretty
Cool.
sure.
So write down in your inventory somewhere that you have an opal. You're not sure how much it's worth. Put it in today's date, and I'll find it out for you in the future.
Yes. But I think I would like to go join. Can I hear where that there's a noise coming from somewhere? Or was a noise?
You probably saw the other people walk off in any direction, but you
Yeah.
haven't heard anything.
All right.
Are you still holding on to Arlen's rope?
I think I'll let go. I will let go, and I think I'll go over to up north to Amelia.
Cool. So I think your standard 30 feet movement.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to Arlen. Arlen, it's your turn.
I'm sorry, I was muted.
Oh, welcome back.
Arland will put the rope back into his pack and move. I'll cave to peer pressure. Just go here.
I remember you have to move like around.
Yeah, good
Here,
point. I'll just
and
move
then-
here then.
Yep, that looks about right.
All right.
And you have a second move or an action.
Oh, did putting the rope away not count as a move?
Oh, yeah, I guess it did. Thanks. Amari, your turn.
Okay. I didn't think about it till now, but I don't imagine that light would be in this room.
Oh, sorry, folks. I'm horrible at keeping the action centered. Sorry, you two.
But yeah, no, it wouldn't quite reach that far. It'd be about 60 feet,
Okay.
probably.
So Amari's gonna pull a light out of her bag, which is it's just a common lantern, and light it,
Excellent.
and just set it on the floor for now.
Well, you pick up the lantern and you light it, and you are technically still going to be holding it.
Okay.
Hold on for just a moment, please.
What the heck?
That the heck.
Well, shit.
Armani, if you make a reflex save, please.
Oh, damn.
Sure. That is saves.
Mm-hmm. Reflex of 20 is good. This skeleton here reaches up to grab at your leg right as you get the lantern lit. So you light it up, you move it, and you turn around and you look down right as this thing grabs at your leg. But you manage to step back. You can step any one square in this direction, but you can go to the left or the right if you want.
She'll step one step backward.
Excellent. Now, if y'all would be so kind as to hang on just a moment. And one more thing. Give me just a moment here. Oops. I almost screwed up. Well, damn, I can't do this without you seeing it. So I'm not going to do it. It's descending order. Wow, these skeletons are fast. Skeleton 1. So from this pile of bones here, enough to make a human torso rises up, and in its hand it holds a rusty dagger. And it's going to stab at you with said dagger. And a critical fail. First one of
That's
the night,
incredible.
I believe.
Oh, it took so long.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nick, where are you when we need you?
yeah, damn, guy. Jesus.
So, Amari, you should have a bunch of buttons down underneath player names here in Roll20. Should have CH, CM, Insultinator, Examine, Look, Stat Roller, all that.
Yeah, I didn't. I can put them in the bar real quick. I
Cool.
didn't add those.
Cool. And if anybody doesn't have those, might want to do so now. They're in your up above the chat room under settings, the little gear icon, the first macros, and then the show macro quick bar selector. Put everything in the bar.
Okay, they've been added.
Cool. This is a critical miss against you, so you get to draw the card to see what the critical miss is. So click CM once. All right. The skeleton has lost control of one of his limbs. Let's see, does this one have a full... This is a full body. I thought it wasn't. So you can roll 1 through 4 and pick which limb it is that he's lost function of. Or you can just decide. You don't have to roll.
Oh, that would have to be the left leg.
Left leg. So the skeleton attacks you, but stumbles, damages his left leg, and is now falling prone. So its left leg actually completely falls off. Skeleton 3 is going to crawl forward 5, 10, 15 feet, going for Arland. And it's Tarkin's turn.
It's not going to double move.
Yeah, you may or may not even know of any of this happening.
I'm gonna go with no. I didn't hear anybody say they yelled or anything else. So, okay. So, Tarkin's going to move over here and use a perception to see if there's anything in either of these passages.
That sounds like an excellent idea, considering the fact that there is, in fact, something in these passages. Roll
Should I put
perception
myself?
to see if you noticed it.
Okay, I'm gonna move my light source. I
Uh-huh.
can't seem to get it on him without it.
Yep.
Oops.
I was
I'm
going
just
to
gonna
ask you
put-
what you rolled, but you don't know. I do. You did, in fact, see this, which is a good thing,
Snick.
all things considered. And right as you look, it and snaps out, trying to bite you, but since you saw it in time, completely missed. And it's rolling an initiative now. 16 is going to put it right after you, but since it just struck, it is not going to do that. GM rule, not actual rule.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
never rolled initiative. Should I do that?
Who is this?
Arlen.
Arlen?
You're still in the
Yeah.
initiative order from earlier.
You're at
Yeah.
9.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since I've just moved in perception, can I attack it or
You
no?
can
this turn?
indeed. You have a standard action.
Okay, I'll use my Ray of Frost.
All right.
Now, you are casting a spell in melee combat.
But it just attacked him.
Okay.
An 11 I think since you need a touch, let's see, what is its touch? Let me find out.
Pretty high for a snake, I think.
It is actually 11.
Oh,
So that is a hit. You can roll damage if you like. 2. Can't all be winners.
Yeah.
You have barely harmed it at all. Snake's turn. Snake just bit. Like I said, GM rule, he's not biting again. Bill Nye, it's your turn. Bill McNye.
Bill McNye is going to say, "Hey, Tarkin, everybody's going up this way. You should probably not be alone, just in case." And he's going to go 15 feet there, and then 10. No, he can't really get through, but he could probably go like there. That looks about right.
Yeah, looks about right.
And then he's going to use it is probably enough. Can you see it? Oh, and then also he has a lantern too, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to then. Bill is then going to use his Hand of the Apprentice on Skeleton 3 because it's not in combat.
Now, you just made a double move?
That was a 30-foot movement.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So he's going to Hand of Apprentice Skeleton 3.
Number 3, 10.
And that is bludgeoning damage.
It
Not
would
that
be
it
if it
matters.
hit, but it did not.
Yeah.
Thorley, you're up. Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're down by Bill. Gotcha.
Do I actually dare one over there? I think I do. I will first be yelling, "We're not here to harm you. We're trying to help." However, it will just be however, I will be running in to attack them. Because honestly, I have no idea if they actually can understand me. So yeah, I would like to run up to let's run up to Skeleton 3 up here. And then just stab him with a
All right.
sword.
So you move over towards Skeleton 3. When you get to this point, roll a reflex save, please.
Oh god. Where is there no special thing for
It's
that?
your saves button listed under your token actions.
Yep.
Oh. No. Well, where?
Select your token, and then at the top of the screen, you'll see a bunch of buttons. There should be saves on there.
Oh,
Click
right. Yes.
the button. Yeah.
Alphabetized for your pleasure.
Oh, right.
7 is not going to do it. All of a sudden, there is a... Let's see if I can do this. This is the one I think I want, or at least as close as it's going to get.
Poof.
There's a splash of water, or what you think is water, coming down off the ceiling as this whole patch of rock shifts underneath you. And you can feel strange hydraulic things happening in the distance that shift the ceiling just enough to release a blotch of acid onto you that you failed to reflex save against.
Oh, it's almost like my childhood. I did fall in a... I was stupid and was running around on a pit of mud that had dried up.
Yep.
That's not smart.
And you're going to take 5 points of acid damage.
Oh god. Well,
Ouch.
So it got you good. But you can
Yep.
you can continue running.
I will do that.
Okay.
Why would you run there?
And then you
Yeah.
have your attack if you want to make it.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, I will attack now. Boop.
10 is not going to cut it or bludgeon it. Arland, it is your turn.
I will move here and frying pan it in the spine.
Spine is pretty much all it has left at this point. And suddenly it has less of it. So you see your 18's a hit, but then you see your damage comes up as -2 because, again, skeletons are immune to piercing damage, so it has DR automatically calculated in here. That value is a 5, so you actually rolled a 7. Since you're using bludgeon, you bypassed it, so you did 7 points of damage.
7?
Yep.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What,
So,
7?
oh, that's not right.
It's a 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Why am I getting a -2 then? 3
because
minus 5
3
is
minus
-2.
5.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, yeah, it's not 7. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
3.
back up. I'm back up. It's cool.
Thanks. I got cheese on my brain.
It's a good thing to have on your brain, honestly.
All right, so there we go. Skeleton 2 is up. And Skeleton 2 is going to mindlessly drag itself forward and attack Amari. Now you notice this one does not have any weapons. It only moved 5 feet, a 5-foot crawl. So it's going to claw at Amari. And then it's going to claw at Amari with its other hand. First one hits for 6, but the second one misses.
Okay.
So you know how to take it off on the token here?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot I was doing it on paper.
Yep. I make everybody keep their own track, but we'll sit and wait for you. And that was its turn, so it is now Amari's turn.
All right. A little angry at the legless skeleton that attacked him. So if I drop the lantern and then grab my sword with my other hand, can I still make an attack?
Don't worry about it. I assume the lantern is something you can carry while you're fighting, even, just because I don't want to mess with that sort of thing. And
So it's on my belt or something.
right. And then in my game, we use video game rules. You don't have to spend a move action drawing your weapon. You just have at hand whatever weapon you want to use.
Okay.
So,
All right. So then I'll just grab his sword with the other hand and arc the sword over his head, slamming it down on this guy
all right.
in front of him. Whoa.
Got a whole string of errors, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Let me, I'm going to repeat this. You might see it, you might not. You use your sword button
Yes.
on the skeleton. And got a bunch of errors. I see them too. I think I know why. Hang on just a second. It is because, yes, there's actually this token that y'all can't really see very well right in the ground right there. So that's what you were targeting. So try it again.
Map layer. Map layer.
Yep.
So can I X out of that?
Yeah, clear that out and then just try it again. It should work.
Okay. Try this one more time.
Entirely my fault. 14 is a hit. 13 points of slashing damage. Or actually, I guess that would be 18 points of slashing damage. Minus 5 for resistance, 13. And it is destroyed nonetheless.
All right. And if I can take a 5-foot step, I'd like to step to
As
the
a free action, I'd like to say, if you can step away from them, then I can get a hit off, and then you can get a normal attack on your next turn.
All right, I would like to take a step to the right
Awesome.
Cool. You
and
got
feet.
it. Skeleton 1's turn. Skeleton 1 is prone, but that's not going to stop it from crawling towards the closest meat item. And all three of you are actually equidistant, so Thorley is going to be a 1, and Amari on a 3. 1d3. Amari is its target. It's going to 5-foot shuffle and attack you with its dagger. 8 is not going to hit. Skeleton 3 is the one over here, and it's got 2 choices.
Skeleton 1's prone, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. His leg doesn't work, right?
Right. He fell down.
You fall down.
3 is going after Thorley with its claws. Let me check again. I'm pretty sure that it has claws, yes. So claw 1. And then it's going to take its other claw at the same target and also miss. Tarkin, it is now your turn. Tarkin is way down here
Down.
with issues of his own. Serpentine,
Yeah.
Tarkin, Serpentine.
Okay. He's going to use his dagger on the snake first.
Mm-hmm. Not good. You rolled a natural 1. That means I need a critical miss from you.
Critical miss.
Yep, the CM button. There you go. Alright, so you have fallen prone. Even if you get up next turn, you can still only move half your speed next round. The snake is not going to get an attack of opportunity against you for that, but you have actually not moved yet this turn. You made an attack, but you didn't move. So here's what you can do. You can stand up. If you stand up here, the snake is going to try to bite you. It gets an attack of opportunity, and then it gets its turn, so it gets to attack you again. If you stay down and don't move, it's going to get a +4 to bite you on its turn. If you move now, you can move 5 feet. You're going to stay prone, you're going to stay down. It's going to move 5 feet forward and bite you with a +4. So you're pretty much screwed, but you can still decide which of these fates you're going to take. You can move 5 and stay down. You can stand up and it'll bite you, or you can just stay where you are and it'll bite you.
I'll move the 5 feet at least.
All right. Cool. Now let's move this little thingy over here, and that is your turn. Now the snake's turn. It's going to take a 5-foot slither forward, and it's going to try to bite you. And it misses.
Good stuff.
Bill.
Bill is going to
Bill McKnight.
spend a move action.
Gotcha.
He's going to spend his move action to move the dancing lights into this room. They can move 100 feet.
Awesome.
So they're just going to be up at the ceiling. Everything is totally visible. And then he's going to delay his standard action until somebody moves away from Skeleton 3 so that I can attack without risking hitting my allies.
All right, so let's call this a ready to action.
Yeah.
There we go, and I like to use the red dot for the ready to action. That means you can pull
Yep.
that out anytime you want, even in someone else's turn, such as Thorley, whose turn it is now.
Bill's going to say, hey, when you guys are done attacking, move so I can take a stab at it.
Zri, are you muted?
Whoops.
Muted?
Yep.
Yep.
I can stab it first and then move back.
That's right.
I'll do that.
Cool.
No, my flanking. Oh shit.
For flanking, you have to be directly opposite of him for it.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna try and acrobatics through.
So an 18 is a hit. You did 2 points of damage to it with a sickle, which is slashing, so it doesn't get a bonus. 2 points it is. There you go. And if you take a 5-foot step back or to the side, it won't get an attack of opportunity.
Is that like here or?
Mm-hmm. Arland, it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna 5-foot step here
Okay.
and dual frying pan it.
You get to flank. Yes, indeed.
So add 2 to both of these.
Yep, we'll do that manually. Just make the standard roll. First one's a 12. Plus 2 is a 14, which is what you need to hit. Bludgeoning damage, you rolled a 4, so you did 4 points of damage to it.
Do I
Can't-
get sneak attack too?
Not
Plus
against
the
the
snake?
skeleton.
Not against skeletons. Okay, not against undead.
Yep.
Wait, really? I thought
Yeah.
that was a 3.5 thing.
It's
So did I, but-
in here too.
Okay.
It makes sense because they sense life, they don't see.
Yeah,
So they can feel you coming up behind you regardless.
All right.
but
Fair
you do
enough.
get a second attack. And they don't also,
Nice.
have vulnerable spots. It's a rock. It doesn't have any vulnerable spots. Hit for another 2 points of damage. There you go. Skeleton 2's turn. Skeleton 2's
I'm going to
turn.
use my ready to action
All right,
because I can do that
you
now.
can.
I think that hits 2 points of bludgeoning.
16. And that was Skeleton 3. This one over here for 2 points. So close. It is still moving. Amari. It is your turn.
All right. I'm going to kind of do an uppercut kind of slash at this thing crawling on the ground.
All right.
Try and club its head off.
Cool. You
So
get
because
flanking
it's
bonus,
prone, yeah, you get flanking, which is a +2, and because it's prone, you get another +4.
which I had forgotten about earlier, but it doesn't matter because you hit anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So a whopping +6.
5 plus
Oh.
6 is 11. Still not enough.
Wow. Wow.
So I just
Air
whip
sword.
I guess I'll just stand my ground so that Arlen can.
All right.
Yep.
Skeleton 1. 50-50 odds. Not really, but Amari is its target. Single dagger attack. Stabby with a 10. It is a miss. Skeleton 3. 50-50. Thorley's a 1. Thorley. Take it into to heart at least, Thorley. If you get killed, you will be Thorley missed.
Oh,
I think he'll be fine.
how?
Ooh,
Oh,
4
right.
points of damage from the first
But-
claw.
Your skeletons do like to crit, though, so don't kill him.
I did forget something that I have because of my feet. I have a -4 to. I have endurance. Where is it?
That's to
Stabilization
non-lethal
checks.
That's to non-lethal damage. So that's for like drowning or
Oh.
starvation or running really far for a long time.
Or certain
Alright.
weapon attacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
During hot and cold as well, stuff like that.
So I take 4 damage.
4 damage. And it's going to attack you again.
Yes.
So mark your damage off there. Go in there, hit the green, put in there. There you go. And its second attack, cross your fingers. 13's a miss. Tarkin, you're up.
Okay. So So my options are to just stab at it again or to stand up and get attacked,
Mhm.
right?
Yep. Alternately, you could take a 5-foot crawl. Not well. No, that wouldn't help either. If you would crawl away and it would take an attack at you, you can't do a 5-foot step crawl.
5-foot roll.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do
An acrobatics. If you're to make an acrobatics for your move, go over here. If you get a 15 or higher, it won't be able to bite you, and then you can stand up on your standard action.
Okay,
Yep.
that sounds good.
Acrobatics of 9 is not enough. So you scoot away from it or you roll away from it, but it still gets to bite at you. 13 does not cut it. You're going to
Good.
stand up. The next time you move, please remember that you're moving at half speed. You're not prone, you're standing. But you're going to move at half speed for your next move action.
Okay.
I think that was just for the next round, but I might be wrong. It's your ruling.
It's my ruling, that's what I say.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
that's fair.
slightly twisted your ankle or something. And that is your turn. Snake 1's going to move forward. Actually, I'm going to make a will save in lieu of its sort of intelligence wisdom thing. Save. Nope. It's got its dander up, and it is going to bite you. And miss. Bill.
Bill is going to whip out a scroll and cast Magic Missile at Skeleton 3.
Magic Missile. Magic Missiles
Yeah.
always hit.
4 damage.
Yes.
D4 plus 1 is 4 damage. And it crumbles.
That was close. Huh.
Good. Did you want to move?
Nope. I'm good.
Thorley, you're up.
All right. So that is dead.
Actually, I'm going to throw you a whisper.
I might want to heal up. Might be.
Whisper has been sent. What would you like to do, Thorley? Whoever's got noise in the background, please.
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Yeah.
Well, I know what I want to do. Can I just now that with that endurance, die hard, automatically stabilize and remain conscious below 0 HP? Would that save me if a skeleton stabbed me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Then I will charge towards the nearest skeleton.
That's this one right over
without
here.
stepping on the plate. Okay. So I will be running.
Going around, you're going to step underneath where that light was.
Yeah, and then stab it with my sickle.
Now, you don't get flanking, but it's still prone, so we're going to add 4 to your roll.
Nice.
Wow, 27, but that's a natural 20, so you get to be the first critical hit of the night.
Hey.
Woo.
That's a CH
Do it.
table. It technically, I mean, it has a face, but not really. I'll let you re-roll, and you can pick one of the two that you like better.
All right. I was else going to say I was gonna simply tear the head off.
Oh, there you go. That would work too.
It is a skeleton.
Yes, indeed. So let's see. Slashing damage, you did 1, but that gets minimized to you rolled 0, but I always say you have to do a minimum of 1. Your crit multiplier is 2, so that turns into 2 points of damage, but then you critically reach over and rip its skull off, and it is dead.
Nice.
Hey!
There you go.
Thank you. And we are out. Oh, no, we're not. We're not out of
Not
turn
quite.
order.
Oh god.
Arlen, it is your turn. Arlen is muted because of reasons.
I say in character, does anyone know where Tarkin went?
Yeah, he's back there. He went down a different tunnel. I told him to catch up with us.
I guess let's go check on him.
Yep, sure.
Looks like he's probably going to move.
Moving around the death trap.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about 30 feet, and
Looks about right. Double move there, and that makes it Amari's turn.
Oh, it is my turn. Sorry.
It is.
I'm gonna pilfer these skeletons right here. I don't know if it's how that works in terms of searching bodies.
You're just going to make a basic search. Perception roll will be just fine, and we'll see what you can find.
Okay.
Not bad. You look around. These skeletons have actually been here not very long. And they are carrying modern coins in purses. Each one's weapons are pretty much rusted away to uselessness, so you don't really find anything good. But you check one of the skeletons. You check all three, and you're going to find a total of, give me a D30. Now, looking around, looking at the skeletons and just scattered on the floor, you find a total of 16 gold pieces.
All right.
Nothing else of value.
All right, and then I'll end up right over here.
Sounds good. Skeleton 1 is dead. Skeleton 3 is dead. It is Tarkin's turn. Get back down to where Tarkin's at. And let's see what Tarkin's up to.
And I could take a 5-foot step back and then use a range attack without him attacking me, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. I will take a 5-foot step back, and then I'll use Ray of Frost.
Wow.
That is unfortunate.
Wild magic?
Yes, indeed. Let's get a wild magic surge here instead of a standard critical miss.
Yeah, that's cool.
So let's see. Y'all are going to see that, but I am going to have one of 10,000 different things happen, and in this particular one, I need to make a note. In fact, I need to make this on Tarkin's sheet in the GM section, because this is something that's not going to happen immediately, but it will happen, and only I will know when.
Oh boy. That sounds ominous.
Something similar happened to another player, and it hasn't happened to him yet. And it was a group decision of what it was, sort of.
Yeah.
And we're all really excited because it's really funny and it's actually beneficial.
And it's particularly interesting when applied to this character in particular.
You're right, it is.
So there you go. Tarkin, you feel your magic go off in some weird direction. You're not sure what happened, but it did something. You can feel some change in your mind, your body, your psyche, your fate, your soul, your something. But you have no idea what. And your turn is over. The snake is going to slither forward. And no, it is not. I'm sorry. I'm going to make a wisdom save, aka a will check. And the snake is actually going to retreat back into its hole. Assuming you do not want to pursue it, we are out of turn order. So let's take all these off. And let's open it up to either party discussion or we can take a break. Either
What's
way,
the time at?
what's
Amar,
that?
I'd like to pull a Cure Light Wounds out of his bag and drink it down.
Cool.
I'll detect magic, the skeleton room, to see if I can ping any magic.
Cool. That's Amari heals 5. And looking around the room, you don't ping anything magical, except for maybe your allies.
Lights. Yep.
And the lights.
Okay. Yep.
Even this trap here was purely mechanical.
I would assume so. I'm going to go back into the amoeba room, and I'm going to see if I can start shuffling some gold coins out of the other pools. Because they don't appear to be magical.
They are not. The other 2 pools are completely mundane. All the other coins in there are pretty much corroded away to nothingness. They kind of crumble at your touch. Gold doesn't do that.
Gold
And
does not do that.
gold does not corrode. That's why we use it. That's why people like it so much.
Yep, well, amoebas, they'll do that.
That's true.
Maybe.
They do have
Maybe.
acid, but it's not aqua regia.
Yeah.
So you're going to reach into this pool here, and you're going to fish out some gold pieces. Give me a D10. 2. You find 2 gold pieces.
And the other pool has?
A D20. 18.
20 is a total, good total. That's a good total.
20 altogether. And you feel oddly compelled to never reach into these pools again, damn it.
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody checked the original 2, so I was like, okay.
Yep.
I may as well.
Yeah.
But my arcane knowledge is going to specifically tell me if you put your hand in that other one more than once, you're probably going to have a bad time.
This is correct, yes.
Yeah.
At least bring a fishing pole next time.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. All right. Anybody have anything else they want to do like immediately?
Well, I've been looking very closely to what Amari been doing, looting the corpses, because I might not find that as interesting. Or well, I just make sure that no really personal items are taken. And since it didn't seem like it was that, just coins, then that's fine with me.
Yep. All that was found was gold.
Yeah, I would just collect the skulls from all the corpses and make a tiny makeshift graveyard. Just kind of put them together and have a little place for them. And
I have a cairn item here. This is a cairn, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Let's see what it's. Yeah, that helps. Thanks.
That looks like a chunk of meat.
It kind of does. Maybe they thought I was saying carny.
Chunks of dead hitchhiker.
Yeah. Rock pile. Rock pile's going to have to do.
that's fine.
Yep. So you pile up some rocks and you drag all the various skeleton bodies underneath it.
Yeah, that's.
Or probably the other way around, to be honest. But there you go.
Yep.
I think
And-
Amari would look at Thorley and be bewildered by what he's doing, but see the giant claw marks on him and kind of get a Cure Light potion out of his bag and kind of point at the potion and point at his claw marks and hand it to him.
I will accept. I will accept and drink.
Cool. That's by my count, Amari. That's your 3rd potion tonight.
Oh, I only counted it as my 2nd.
No, you had one earlier, I think. Maybe
No, that was Mike. Mike took one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then, so this is Amari's 2nd.
Amari's 2nd. Mike had one. Gotcha.
I got you. No worries.
Cool.
What was it? A D8?
D8 plus 1. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. So you just go in there and just type +8. If That takes you over maximum. Almost to maximum. Looks like you're 1 point shy of being perfectly healthy.
I think I'm 2 points away, but yeah.
Cool. So there you go. What else?
I would go into the, or well, yeah, I would go into the main room with the whirlpool, and just try to find where our last guy was, Tarkin.
Oh, yeah, my
Because
character will retreat from this tunnel after his pathetic fight with the snake and rejoin the group.
Coolness.
He'll just kind of hang his head. He'll just kind of stare at the ground as he walks back in and say nothing. He's just kind of ashamed that he had to fight so hard against a snake.
Amari, are you staying up there? Are you going to come back down and join the group? Up to you.
I guess he'd come into this room and say, "Are you guys still messing with that pool of water?"
No.
And then walk away because he wants absolutely nothing to do with that water.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and call it. We are at 1 hour, 1 minute. So let's call it. We'll take a 5-minute break and we'll come back to part 4 of the Color Animal Inn. See you soon.